Call to the honourable member for Hume.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Prime Minister, the circumnavigation of Australia by armed PLA Navy vessels, which included live-fire exercises without warning in the Tasman Sea, was totally unacceptable and must never happen again. Following a 6-day visit to China, what assurances did the Prime Minister receive from the Chinese President that armed PLA Navy vessels will no longer conduct surveillance and live-fire exercises off our coast?
Call to the Prime Minister.
Well, thanks, Mr Speaker, and I thank the new Shadow Minister for Defence for his question. While I was in China, I saw the Shadow Minister for Defence's comments when it comes to the long-held position that has been a bipartisan position up to now when it comes to the issue of the Taiwan Straits, the fact that the United States has had a long-term position about strategic ambiguity, and that has been done for a responsible reason. But what we saw from the Shadow Defence Minister in his first outing in uttering comments in an area that requires responsibility, requires a national interest, requires the support of our sovereignty when it comes to our decision-making processes, what we saw is a breach. Now, I'm not sure if that's the position of the Liberal Party today or the National Party today or where it is.
Order. Members on my right. Member for Chifley can see interjecting as well. The member for Hume is entitled to a point of order. He'll state it.
Relevance, Mr Speaker. That answer bore absolutely no relevance to the question. The question was about assurances from the Chinese President about whether or not there would be a repeat of the surveillance and live-fire exercises off our coast.
Yeah, the Prime Minister did give a preamble, did give some context, but he wasn't asked about the Shadow Minister's comments. He was asked about his visit, so I'll ask him to return to the question.
I was asked about the visit. I was asked about the defence relationships which relate to China and the fact that we do have strategic competition in the region that we have to deal with. And during that visit, those comments by the Shadow Minister for Defence were entirely irresponsible. When it comes to—
Order. Order. Members on my left.
When it comes to Australia's position, I put forward, as I have publicly, that we were concerned about what occurred earlier this year. I also put forward the response that it was in international waters and in the context which is that Australia participates in exercises in the South China Sea, in the region, in a consistent way, not just Australia. And at the same time, of course, our Talisman Sabre exercises were occurring, but we regularly participate, and not just as a nation-state, but we participate as well with our ally in the United States, but we also participate with other countries in international waters. That is what we do. We comply with international law, and we expect international law to be complied with as well.
Order.